back for an episode of Overtime here in the Rick and Danny Show. I think we're hitting September. It's that wonderful time of year where, praise be to God, football is back, both college and professional football. Before I get into my thoughts on the Gators, which I know everyone is just dying to hear, Brenna rolling her eyes. I don't think Brenna's eyes could roll further back in her head.
Did I do that out loud?
Yeah, it was so your eye roll was so loud that it was heard all across the globe. But before I get into that, I want to hear the Danny Kabrinsky NFL hot takes.
Ooh,
do you have it?
This is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, this is my favorite time of the year. I just want something. Just give me. I know football.
Football hot take.
Football. I know football's not your thing. So for the listeners,
I can make it up if I want to.
For the new listeners out there who don't know, Danny is a avid sports fan, but football is a little bit of a blind spot.
A little blind.
He follows the Cleveland Browns.
I do.
And that's definitely his team. So just with that all, and Ohio State.
I actually watched that game, Rick. Yeah.
So just.
But yes, I'm not
as the non
as knowledgeable
as the no. It's not that you're not knowledgeable. It's that you have better things to do with your life than focus on football like I have to do.
Yeah.
So
I'm probably one of the few people looking forward to the NBA season.
Oh, now you got my. You know that's right up my alley. That's my favorite sport.
But yeah.
I'm like the only person that watches preseason NBA and summer league. So
I look for tickets. I'm like, should I go to the Magic preseason game? No, I'll skip that one.
As I've said before to my wife, I have a problem. I have an addiction, and it's called professional basketball.
Right.
First step is admitting it.
Right.
Then we're well past that.
All right, my hot take, and this may be just a take that I just made up off the cuff right now, Brenna. You don't know.
That's what a hot take is. It's just, it doesn't have to be factual. It doesn't even have to be grounded in any sort of logic.
It should probably be a little factual.
No, I want to hear. I just want come out.
Just
all right, here's my take for the season.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield is going to be statistically a top 10 quarterback this season.
All right, I like that. I could see that happening.
Okay. What do you think about it?
So he picked
a former Brown.
He picked the one Brown that he knows. That's what I'm hearing.
Who's not even a Brown.
Who's not a Brown anymore.
Yeah, let's talk about the Brown.
But he is the starting quarterback for the Panthers. Yes. I know that.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then he just said, what's the craziest thing I can say about Baker? I'm going to say it. I'm impressed.
Well, he's not suspended like the other QB.
I think they play Cleveland in week 1.
I think they do.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, that shows my passion for NFL football.
See, I thought you were going to have an even more salacious hot take on who the Browns' starting quarterback is supposed to be and what his troubles are.
Yes.
That's where I thought we were going with it. Brenna, is that allowed on this podcast? Can we put up an explicit warning before we talk about this?
I think if you can do it tastefully, anything's allowed.
If we can tiptoe around,
I think my favorite thing about the NFL is that it's like this chart that's going around on social media. I know neither of you have social media, but it's like...
Oh, like what you do and how much games you get? Yeah, I'm sure that's probably hilarious.
And it's like, and the most game suspension is like poor Josh Gordon for just like...
Drugs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just weed. Like 80 games or something he's been suspended.
Mm-hmm. Well, to be fair.
Versus like 4 games.
Right. To be fair, that guy had many chances and kept dropping the ball.
Yes.
To be fair.
However.
I'm not saying that, but that's the problem, right? You agree to something in the collective bargaining agreement, whether it makes sense or not. Like, obviously now people's viewpoints on marijuana have changed pretty drastically over the last decade or so. So, I mean, I'm sure whenever they negotiate the new CBA, it'll be different, but that's like the crappy part. You're playing by the rules that are there.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, I agree. It is funny.
Every business is the same, though, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in a legal state or not. For a situation like that. Yeah. That it's the business that matters.
Well, it's even, and I mean, like, not to totally bring this up again.
Oh God! If it's about deflating footballs, I will kill you.
Deflategate.
Oh, gross.
4 games. That's crazy. 4 games in comparison.
Literally,
4 games in comparison.
No one wants to hear this.
Keith is already writing his response
to the Brown situation,
to any of the
not everything has to go back to the Patriots. You know that, right?
Give me a topic, I can bring it back to the Patriots.
How about this? I'll give it to you easy. Give me your Patriots hot take of the year. What's your prediction? What's your hot take?
Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl.
No, hot take.
Mac Jones. That is a hot take.
No, but give me something like, we all know what you're rooting for. But, like, what do you actually think is, like, a good hot take of the Patriots? Because if you legitimately think the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl, like,
I say
we have an MRI machine here.
Yeah.
We can scan you and make sure there's nothing wrong, because that's just an outlandish thought.
I think that they'll
You want them to win the Super Bowl is one thing. Thinking they're going to win the Super Bowl is a completely different story. I would love for the Dolphins to win the Super Bowl. Do I think they have a chance? No.
I actually, so my take for this year is I think that they're going to do better than they did last year. They're running an easier offense. Totally different offense, easier.
So could Mac not handle the more complex?
No, Matt can. Matt can. It's the people around him.
I see.
Confirmed. Confirmed
Interesting.
confirmed through my father via his favorite radio host, Tom E. Curran, Patriots guru.
WEI Boston.
WEI Boston.
Did you hear the one that Mac was too smart? They had to dumb down the playbook because Mac was too smart and the other guys couldn't get it.
He was too smart. Okay.
Yeah, totally unbiased.
They're
He
not
went to private school.
Exactly.
Well,
At the University of Alabama.
Oh, I'm saying high school career.
he went to bowls.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think that the Bills are gonna win.
That's not a hot take.
Are gonna win
she
the
doesn't get it.
division.
She don't get it. So
Are
you're not
gonna
No,
win the
hot
division.
take. Give me something.
But
That's not very hot,
I
yeah.
don't think that they're gonna make it to the Super Bowl again. They're like super favored to win the Super Bowl. I don't think it's gonna happen.
With the Bills? Mm-hmm. That's not that hot of a take. All right. What about like the fact that your team doesn't have like an offensive coordinator? What's Bill Belichick's plan here?
I don't question Bill Belichick. I just trust him. Blind faith. That's
Except
my
in the
hot take.
draft.
Well,
On
yeah.
the field for sure.
On the field in the draft, we've accepted that long ago.
It's fair
I don't
enough.
question it.
Fair enough.
I just, you know what? We've had a lot of success, and it's just something I'm coming to terms with.
That's fair.
He'll put the pieces together, you know.
But I don't think that Brady's gonna go back to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, again.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, that's
too.
reasonably
And
not
honestly,
controversial.
I hope that he doesn't. But
Also not surprising you would have that sentiment, but
I think a hotter take might be the Saints making the Super Bowl.
yeah, that's a hot take. Give me something with some heat on it, something we can chew on.
all right,
Could happen.
Like Jameis
maybe
Winston.
unlikely.
I love it. He rediscovers his Florida State form, and the Saints are in the Super Bowl. I kind of like that, actually. I think that'll be my hot take. I like where your head's at.
The reason I brought that up, I might have heard a take about this. The Saints have whose number? Brady's number, I think, right? The Saints.
Generally, yes.
Yeah, so that's
Saints and
where
Dolphins.
that's coming from.
That's fair. Okay. I like it. Let's do it. That's my hot take of the season. Saints make the Super Bowl.
Okay, who are they playing?
So Rodgers is going to be a letdown again, you mean?
Rodgers is always a letdown.
Yeah.
No, hot take. Rodgers makes the Super Bowl finally.
That's a pretty good take. Winning this, that's pretty good.
Rodgers,
That's real. That's definitely more realistic than the Saints.
Rodgers finally makes it.
All right, let's get on record with who is the Super Bowl matchup according to each one of us.
As a hot take, or as in who do we
So
legitimately?
we can revisit it in the future.
Like a hot take.
But like a hot take, or you want to
No,
like just like who we think
just who
legitimately?
we think is going to be in the Super Bowl. Then we'll see who's right or wrong.
I'm gonna go with Chiefs in the AFC,
Gross.
and that one's really jumping out.
I'm going to try not to choose two AFC teams.
Literally, that's all you're doing right now in your head is thinking of just like, that's pretty funny.
Just while you're thinking of your AFC.
Absolutely.
Chiefs and Raiders, call it to the commission. They're both in the they're both in the same.
I actually
division.
believed you.
They're both in the same division. Call it to the commissioner. Man,
That was so good.
let's go Chiefs. Chiefs over Packers in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Me next. Are you, Brenna?
Do you have two teams from the same or from different?
No, from different. Yeah.
Conferences.
I'm gonna say Bills.
Okay.
That's the AFC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Ricky.
He's so low key offended.
I'm gonna say Bills, Packers.
Okay.
Who's your winner?
Packers for the win.
Nice. Producer.
I'm gonna say Bills Niners.
Oh, Trey Lance believer.
I almost said the Niners, but I said it's
Or
Trey
does
Lance.
Jimmy
Come on.
Garoppolo take over midway through the season?
I think Jimmy G.
Because of an injury.
Jimmy G.
Or benching.
Wow. Yeah.
So you have.
I think Jimmy G finally
Bills
does it.
over Niners.
Or no, I have Niners over Bills.
Well, that would have been the hot take. That's it.
That is a hot take because no one's
that's
thinking the Niners.
What do I want to happen?
No one wants to hear that.
I want the Patriots
Gross.
and the Bucks
Gross.
to play in the Super Bowl.
Gross.
And I want Bill Belichick to wipe the floor with Tom Brady.
You know what would happen if that was a matchup?
I would have a heart attack. I would just.
God, it would be so annoying.
The Patriots would
Can you
get
imagine?
killed, and you guys would be crying.
Can you imagine
about the loss
if the Patriots and the Bucks played the Super Bowl?
Well, you know what?
Patriots won. How annoying I would be.
But the great part about that scenario is there's no chance of it happening. So that's
You're gonna eat your words.
I would love to.
You're gonna eat them.
I will bet.
But you can't have two picks. You can't be like, okay, I want Patriots and Bucks. You said who now? Bills versus.
Realistically, Bills, Niners.
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 That's a good. I like that.
So Bills, Niners, Bills, Packers.
Chiefs, Packers.
So we all think. Well, except no. We'll have similar picks. Very, very realistic matchups. I think Rodgers is going to be possessed this season. The question is his supporting cast going to show up?
It's a bad man. He's a bad man.
Saw him on Joe Rogan. Heard him talking about all his stuff.
So I did that out.
But we're not going to get into that, but But he seems.
All right, thanks for listening to another episode of the Rick and Danny Show Overtime. Tune in next time.
Well, thanks, Rick. We'll see you then.
Just cut him off.